Have you ever wondered if what you say or do could make a huge difference in someone's life and change the trajectory of their journey? Well, you can. And I have a guest today who's going to share about someone who was a special angel to her when she was younger, and her life has never been the same. Hang on.
Hi, Gina.
Hi, Joanne.
I'm very excited to be able to share one of my anchor moments in my life. And it is true what you said, that somebody can make a huge difference in your life. Mine happened when I moved from from Eugene to Springfield, Oregon. My dad had just gone out of jail, and life is funny and very dysfunctional. But I had somebody knock on my door. Could you imagine that a knock on your door could you actually change your life forever? Well, the man behind the door was named Mike Egley, and he was simply inviting kids to Sunday school. They borrowed the buses from the city to pick up kids to church. And every Sunday, he was faithful to be there to pick us up for church. And how did that change my life? Well, my family never went to church. My brothers and my sisters didn't want to go, but I continued to go. And because of that, my life has really turned out a lot different than my brothers and my sisters. So because Mike Egley was able to knock on my door and bring me to church, I went to Bible college, and now I'm actually doing the same thing in my own community. The other day I knocked on somebody's door and they came out in their pajamas and all disheveled and everything, and I was brought back to a memory of myself coming out of the door all disheveled. And it didn't matter. The people in the church accepted you. And I often wonder, why did he do it? I had the privilege of meeting him again a few years ago, and I asked him, he was actually dying of cancer, and I asked him the simple question, why did you do it? And his answer was so simple but so profound. He simply said, God told me to. What else could I have done? And because of his faithfulness and because of what he chose to do and his obedience to God, it has changed my life. So when there was an opportunity in my own church to be able to do sidewalk Sunday school into the poor areas of Chandler, I jumped at it because I was living proof of how a knock on the door can change your life forever. And so that's what I do every week. I go out, I knock on doors and invite kids to Sunday school. The only difference is I don't bring them to a building. We have it right on the streets. And I see how it just has come completely full circle. And I am so blessed every time I think about what he did. And he had no idea of where I went years later. But he always knew that he did what God told him to do, and he was able to rest in that assurance. And I, for one, am sure glad he did.
Oh, yeah. And I love the name of your nonprofit that you created, Jumpstart Ministries. It's just so perfect.
Yes, we really do want to give them a jump start on life and to be able to show them that they are worth so much more than they think. To be able to give them the tools that they need to be a successful life. Even simple things like today, we gave them new socks and they loved it. And they continue to come. It has been very difficult to stop during the quarantine time, but we're up again, and it's just amazing to be able to meet the needs of the kids. And they look forward to it.
Oh, I bet they do. I bet they do. And I know at Christmas time, you even bring them little Christmas presents. And at
Yes.
Easter time, little Easter goodie bags too.
Yes, we like to be able to let them know that they are special to us, and we want to show that. We give them backpacks. We team up with the city to do that for school. During the quarantine, we were able to give them tables and chairs so they could do their homework on, and some iPads because it was important. And Christmas time is so fun. They actually plan Christmas way in September. They ask us, when is Christmas? Are you going to come? Are you going to come? And we always say yes. And what we do is we give them essential backpacks. And what that does is our church fills those up for us. But they have shampoo and toothpaste and toothbrush in, because you don't realize that it's a basic need that sometimes they don't have.
Right.
And how I learned about it was I invited some kids to camp, and I asked them if they had, their toiletries. And they said, well, yeah. And then they paused. But if I took it, then my sister wouldn't have a toothbrush. And it was a very wide-eyed opening moment for myself. to be able to meet their needs. And then at Christmas time also, we let them come. Now, we don't wrap the gifts up because I always had this vision of, what if they got a doll and he's a boy? We actually had one boy named Tim, and he got all girl clothes. And so
Oh no.
it was really bad.
Yeah,
But we
poor Kim.
rectified it. Yeah, we rectified it. But we were able to let them go back and choose a toy that they want for Christmas. And I have heard of people just coming back years later, they see me and they recognize me and they tell me what a difference it made. One time I was in it was Sprouts, and I met a young man there, and I was going through kind of a hard time. And he said, "Hey, don't you do Jump Start?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "I remember you. And you gave me a bike." I said, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Well, how are you doing?" He goes, "Look, I'm doing well." And it just was really a marked moment for me to be able to realize that we can make a difference. And sometimes it is simple as a new toy that they know that they are valued, along with giving them life skills such as be kind, don't do drugs, don't smoke, don't do alcohol. And we give them those life skills along with spiritual aspects of it, and to be able to see them to grow. And we've seen several kids now graduate from high school, and that is so exciting to be able to go and attend their graduation and to see them just growing up to be wonderful, wonderful human beings.
Yeah, and know that you had that little, you had a part of that.
Yes.
That is beautiful. I'm going to have information if anyone would like to donate to Jumpstart Ministries. They are a nonprofit. I'm going to have a link in the description below where if you'd like to volunteer or make a donation, you can. And whenever I hear Joanne tell her story, it almost makes me want to cry. Because when I was little, my dad was Catholic and my mom was Methodist, and we didn't go to church when I was little. Before my parents got divorced, then I went. But when I was little, I didn't. But I was a kid in the 70s, and there was a group of people that used to come every summer to Prophetstown, Illinois, which has 1,000 people, so it's teeny tiny. But they would come, and the parents would say, "Oh, the Jesus freaks are here. The Jesus freaks are here." And as kids, we're like, "Yay, the Jesus freaks are here." And they would camp in the park in tents, and they would do a free vacation Bible school for like a week or two, and they had a snow cone machine. And all of us kids, we would just come running and sit under a tree, and they would tell us about Jesus who loved us while we would eat our snow cone. And on the very last day, they would give us a Good News Bible that we got to keep. And those are just such fond memories for me, and they really planted seeds of faith in my life, in my heart, that somebody took that time to, travel the country, live in parks, and take care of kids, and be sure that they know that Jesus exists and that Jesus loves them.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, and I, never met anybody who was. I don't know if that was their official name, the Jesus Freaks, or if that's just what the townspeople called them, like, those hippies.
Yeah.
But they really made a difference in my life and planted those seeds of faith.
It is amazing what a snow cone can do, or knock on the door, isn't it? Or a piece of pizza. We have pizza day. We'll have a hamburger day. We have ice cream day. And it's just amazing because sometimes it's the little things that makes those big memories that really does change the way our life is going to be turning out.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you so much, Joanne, for sharing one of your very first anchor moments of getting that knock on the door. And God bless you, and God bless all of you who have tuned in today. Hang on to your anchor moments. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. Please click to subscribe and click the bell to be notified when we post new Anchor Moments videos.